So hello everyone, this is Aleksandra Horwood from Happy Stance Yoga Therapy, making a video yoga session for Rashid and the Brixton Housing Cooperative. So hopefully you have found a nice space in your room or your bedroom, your kitchen, and you have a non-slippery mat. That would be perfect. Otherwise, like a hard surface floor would be good. Carpets a little bit not so stable and not so good because they're just slippery. So if you can get a yoga mat or just like a parquet or even ceramic tiles, but just keep warm. It's at the moment cold outside, so I want you to keep warm. And let us start doing this. Maybe 30 minutes, 45 minutes. Let's see how it goes. A yoga session that is going to be incorporating standing poses, sitting, twisting. We'll do some inverted poses, and at the end, just relaxation. So let us start. Mountain pose is the pose where we have feet, hips width apart. We activate the legs by bringing the kneecaps up, opening the groin area, engaging lower abdomen, releasing lower ribs down, and always lifting the breastbone up. So let us do it again together. Feet in the ground, grounding, feeling being rooted for the outer heel, inner heel, root of the big toe and root of the small toe. Everything else goes up toward the ceiling. The whole energy of the body, especially the front of the body, up toward the ceiling. Lifting the kneecaps up, lifting the breastbone up, and lifting the crown of your head up. Arms are heavy. Shoulder blades go down toward your waist. Distribute the weight on your feet evenly, on outer feet, inner feet, front and back of your feet. Try not to engage your toes. Just really use the roots of the toes. This pose is called mountain pose. So feel like you're stable and majestic as a mountain, unmovable, immovable. And then we will lift arms over the head, straight elbows, pulling the fingertips away from the shoulders, shoulders away from shoulder blades. And then we're going up toward the ceiling. You can bring even shoulders up as if you were on closed ears with your upper arms. Just bring everything up. Heels into the floor. Roots of the toes into the floor. Try not to use the toes. Stretch. Always look straight. Don't lift your head. Neck is long. Pull through the fingertips of the little finger. Fingertip tips up, especially the little finger goes up toward the sky. Neck is free. And now we will move hips to the left and arms to the right. Hips to the left, arms to the right. Imagine you're holding something between your hands so that both arms are really stretched and you have something between your hands. Really move hips left as far as you can. Right arm stretched. This pose is called half moon. And then we go up and then to the other side. Both arms stretched. Half moon. Create this arch. Breathe. You're still grounded for both feet. And then come up. And release your arms in front of you. And then sideways. Imagine you're holding something in the palms of your hands. Stretch And always keep your hands a little bit lower than the shoulders. Breathe. Breathe fully. This is like little warm out. Just a little warm up or workout. Up, down, up, and down. And this time, the arms, we feel that they start in shoulder blades, not in shoulder joints. And when we lift arms up, lift shoulder blades up as well. And now bring shoulder blades down toward your waist. And now we bring little fingers side toward each other. And then see that your palms of your hands are just in front of you, in front of your shoulders, in front of your collarbones. Move thumbs away and then go with thumbs behind. If you have wall, you can try to touch the wall. If not, go just as far behind as you can. And then release in front of you and down. Good. You might feel now a little bit more liveliness in your shoulders. So let's move feet apart. Let us just bring them maybe 70% of your capacity. Let us not go really to the 100%. Hands on the hips and outer edges of the feet are parallel to each other or to the edge of the mat. Again, grounding through the roots of the toes, small toes, heels. Press the roots of the toes into the floor, outer heels, inner heels. Build the arches of the feet by really rooting the big toe into the ground. Lift the kneecaps up. And now we turn the right foot out. Left stays as it is, and we bend the right knee. Torso stays in the center. Right knee is bent. And then we stretch arms sideways. Try to go a little bit more toward the left. The tendency is to go toward the bent leg. Just stay with your torso in the center. And then we can still do a little bit of shoulder opening, shoulder joint mobility exercises. Palms down, palms up. Palms down, palms up. And just notice what happens in your shoulder blades when you do that. Good. Inhale, bring your hands onto the hips, and let us go to the other side. Left foot out. If you need to move the right heel out, you can do that. And then just bend the left knee. Torso stays straight. Good. When you feel safe and stable enough, let us stretch arms sideways and again. A little bit of shoulder mobility. Very good for the upper back. Try not to bring your arms too far behind. Better if you leave them in front or just in level with shoulders. And really bring thumbs down, little finger side up. And then inhale and bring your hands onto your hips. Very good. And now we're going to forward bend. Stay with your hands in your hips and your groin so that you really bend only in the hips, not in the spine. Have your legs straight if you can. If not, bend your knees because it's really important to have extension in the spine. Have your legs straight or bent and go down, down, down. Elbows and shoulders up. I will also show you from the side. Stay there where you are. Sideways is just like this. You go down, 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 elbows up, shoulders up. Sitting bones are opening and going away from each other. Sitting bones away from each other. and then go slow as you can, but only with straight spine, only with straight spine. Neck is long, elbows go up. And then when you're ready to go up, bend your knee, put your hands under the knee and come up to the standing position. So this is a little forward bend. If this was not enough for you, or you feel safer to use the wall, we can do the same against the wall. Put your feet a little bit closer to each other and just find a space. Maybe start higher and then eventually go lower. And then just do this. Push into the wall, open the back of the knees, move the breastbone toward the wall. If this is really not possible, bend your knees and always think about extension in the spine. Spine is the most important, and then legs are secondary. If you can have them straight, perpendicular to the floor, that's good. And then again, bending the knees, support yourself to come up to the standing position. So we did now a little bit of opening for the hips and a little bit of strengthening for the legs. There is one exercise that I think it's also good that we could do now, is opening in the hips and opening the chest at the same time. And it's called Ardha Chandrasana. If you have a chair, have a folding chair here, we can use that. Or we can use the wall if you're here already next to the wall. I'll show you what we do. Both legs go apart, both feet as far away from each other as possible. Left foot turns toward the chair or towards the wall. And this is a balancing position, so make sure you are really safe, that you can do this in a safe manner. So I put my hand on the chair. If you don't have a chair, use the wall. Chair, the wall, or sometimes even people have those things like yoga bricks. So you can use yoga brick, chair, or the wall. And then you slowly move your foot away from the floor and then just come up like this. If you have a wall next to you, you can press the heel into the wall. If you have a wall here, you can go like this. You can use a chair even. And then we can open, going toward the ceiling, the whole body. We turn the torso, rotate it toward the ceiling. Very important that standing leg is straight. Spine is parallel with the floor if possible. Open. If the spine is not parallel with the floor, it doesn't matter, just keep it straight. If you can't come high, it doesn't matter. As long as the leg and the spine are in the same line. And don't forget the head, it's also part of the spine. Don't bring it down or up. Let us do the other side. I'll just use the chair, move it to the other side. And now the same, feet apart. Right foot out. Placing the hand on the chair. Make sure it's on a non-slippery surface. Or place the chair against the wall. And then we'll come up again. First, the leg is bent. And then when we feel safe enough, slowly we make the leg straight. And then we just lean here or against the wall. So whenever we are ready, we bring arm up and rotate the torso toward the ceiling. It's really wonderful sense of opening in the hips, in the shoulders. Breathe fully. Feel your legs, how they're really active, and you might feel the stretch in the inner thigh. And then going down the same way, bend your knee and come back to this position of mountain pose. Very good. So let us now do opening just for shoulders. If you have a yoga belt or belt or tie or a towel, anything can do. So place it here on the right shoulder, and I will show you what we will do. So this is the pose that is called Gomukhasana, and it goes like this. If you can hold your hands, your wrists, good. If not, you can hold the belt or the tie or whatever it is at the moment. So even if you don't have anything in the moment, just we will hold imaginary tie, imaginary belt. So let us start together by bringing the right arm up. And this time, really, this shoulder can go up. This is the only asymmetrical pose that seems like it's not really aligned, but it is. There is a lot of alignment here happening in the lower part of the body. Sitting bones are down. There's the right angle here. The feet are just under the knees. So bring the right shoulder and right shoulder blade up, away from the spine. And now when we bend the elbow, it's not going out. It's going really here, close to the head. If you can't go that far, leave it here. If you can go further, go a little bit further. Just don't go out in the shoulder joint, because that's really not doing anything for the purpose what we want to do. We want to stretch the muscles between the ribs. We really want to get this opening in the rib cage. So here, see, I'm not pulling or pushing or using any power. It's just like a little bit giving direction, just giving direction, because it's this inner rotation of the arm, of the upper arm. The upper arm goes towards me, and then just I go as low as I can down toward the shoulder blades, as low as you can. So enjoy it. This might feel already like a good exercise, and maybe maximum what we can do today at this moment. Breathe fully. Try not to bring your arm to the right side. Bring it closer and closer toward your ear. And our left arm goes outwardly. And then you want to try to catch either your fingers, your wrists, or the belt, whatever you can. So now this is this asymmetrical pose, the only one in yoga that I know of that's really allowing us to bring one shoulder blade up, another one down, one shoulder up, another down and back. And we enjoy the stretch here in the side of the rib cage. Enjoy. Right sitting bone is on the chair, and the right elbow goes up toward the sky. Long neck, and always relax your tongue and your eyes. Always, always. Good. And now bring this down, bring this elbow down. And feel the relaxation and opening in your right shoulder. So let us do the left side. Left arm goes up. So already now in front of you, and already now lifting your arm out of the shoulder blade. Rotating innerly, inner rotation. Right one goes down, left one goes up, left shoulder blade goes away from the spine. And now bending. This might be tricky, so take time, go slowly. It's important that you really still move the arm away from the shoulder blade and shoulder blade away from the spine. You see, I'm just giving a reference. I'm not really using the power of my right arm. So my left shoulder is not that mobile as the right one. So it doesn't go that far. So I have to be very gentle and mindful. And I had a little bit of frozen shoulder recently. So I'm just going to go very gentle with the left side. It takes time really to feel this and to allow the stretch. I would suggest, if you have time, each side 15 minutes. Everything what we do, each side it can be done 10-15 minutes. So if you don't have time for whole yoga session, just pick up one pose and do that pose, but really mindfully. And now I will go with my right arm to touch the left hand, fingertips, wrists, or the belt. So left shoulder goes up, right shoulder goes down. Left shoulder blade goes away from the spine and up. Right shoulder blade goes down into the body. Top elbow goes up and lower elbow goes down. In yoga, we always have two opposite points so that we can feel and enjoy the stretch. Good. And then we release the arm in front of us. Elbow goes forward toward the laptop, not outside, just here in front. If you need to support it, do that. Good. So this is a really, really good pose that you can even do if you work in the office, if you work from home, when you need a little stretch. So a pose that goes very well with this pose is it's called Garudasana. It's when we do completely opposite what we have done before. We have now to bring shoulder blades away. And how do we do that? How do we release the tension between the shoulder blades? You bring the arms, Garudasana, or Garuda is the eagle. I'll do it from the side. We bring the arms in front of us. We interlock them wherever they come. It doesn't matter, even if it's like this, it's good. Just bring your fingers up. If you can really go and embrace this kind of movement, do that. Sit firmly on the edge of the chair, on the sofa, and bring elbows up as high as shoulders. Bring your shoulders down. Move elbows away so that you really feel stretch here in the upper back. Move elbows away and have your lower arms perpendicular to the floor. So this is really, really important and really good exercise. So I'll do it this way. So not down and not hands down. Really going up. So this side is a little bit more challenging for me. So have patience, sit straight and breathe fully. You can also just remove your hands, not having them attached to each other, but put the feathers or the fingers up. And elbows higher, and then release slowly down. So this pose also you can do a couple of times during the day, during your working hours, when you need just a short break and a bit of activity for upper back. Very good. So we have done some sitting poses. We are in the chair. Let's do one twist. So twists go to the right side first and then to the left. And they also happen only in the hip area, not in the spine. Maybe later when we are really advanced, then we can do that. But in the beginning, we just really feel that the sitting bones are on the chair and we lift the spine out of the pelvis and we bring it to the right. So it's like minimum action happening actually in the spine, mostly around the spine. So right hand goes anywhere on the chair. Bring the right shoulder back. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in fully to the collarbones. Chin down. And after the exhalation, there will be minimal movement to the right. It will happen naturally, just in the bottom of the spine. Breathe it through. Don't rotate further. Just stay there. And let us inhale again. The collarbones. Exhale fully. All the stale air out. And then you will feel there will be something there allowing you to move further to the right. Keep the front of the body open, lifted. And then once more, inhale. Exhale, fully through the nose. And then something happens. It happens really naturally. The most important thing is not to push, not to violate your body, not to use your force or willpower. Just allow the movement to happen. And then we will come back. So let us do the other side. Left hand goes wherever you want, on the chair. And just feel this opening a little bit here in the front, above the armpit, the front of the shoulder joint. Bring the shoulder blade down. Bring it down. And then again, inhale. Exhale. And feel how something moves just in the beginning of the spine. Around the tailbone, sacrum. You can move to the left. Stay there for a couple of inhalations and exhalations. And then once more. Inhale. Long inhalation. Exhale fully. Everything out. And then rotate a little bit more to the left. Shoulders are relaxed. Throat, the tongue, root of the tongue, and your eyes are always soft. And we'll do it once more. Inhale. Exhale. And then there will be a little bit of movement to the left. And stay there and just breathe it. Breathe through your internal organs. This is a wonderful massage for our internal organs and for the muscles along the spine. Long neck and crown, the head goes always up. Imagine your head is like a helium balloon, always wanting to go up toward the ceiling. And then release. So this is a gentle twist that I think everyone can do. Just don't do it after the meal. That's the only criteria. So good, we have done a gentle twist. I would suggest that we now go on the floor and do the downward facing dog. For those of us who can't do it on the floor, we can still use the chair or the wall. I will show how. For some of us, this will be enough already as a downward facing dog. Legs are perpendicular to the floor. Use the chair or the wardrobe, whatever you have, and really stretch. Really stretch your arms and the sides of the rib cage. Stretch as much as you can. Be imitating the dog. Pelvis goes up and the head goes down, and the front arms or legs, front legs of the dog and arms really stretched. And why is this beneficial? The heart is lower than the pelvis, and the heart gets so much more blood, and everything doesn't have to pump. And this is really a relaxation pose. So for those of us who want more challenge, we do it on the floor. Place your hands further apart, just to the edge of the mat. And then you can do it with bent legs or with straight legs. Most important thing is that you really open your arms. Just what we have done before. Spread your arms, spread your wings, and press the roots of the palms of your hands and roots of the fingers into the floor. The same for the chair. If you're on the chair, or on the floor, really use that and push yourself away toward the feet, toward the legs, toward the knees. Don't stay here above the hands. Move further away. And also you can stay in that pose for a couple of minutes, I would say maybe 5 minutes daily, and then you can make it always longer. This is a wonderful pose, except if you have issues with blood pressure, please make sure you're fine. If you have issues with wrists, and then definitely for women who have period, we are not supposed to do that. No inverted poses in that period of time. So that was downward facing dog. How do we do upward facing dog? Again, we can do it on the chair or on the floor. On the chair, we just move closer and we lift ourselves up. This is it. So it's not like this, it's straight arms and moving shoulders away. So on the floor, we are going into the downward facing dog and then upward facing dog. I will have to move because there is a chair there, and then we just go like this. Try not to go up with your head, just look down, and really legs are active. And then you can go a couple of times up and down, and this is a wonderful also warm-up or workout. Just do this, downward facing dog, upward facing dog. After that, we need to relax and release. So how do we do that? We have done this couple of exercises, downward facing dog, upward facing dog. Then we bring heels together, knees apart, and then we lie down just between the knees and we relax and we release. If you have a mat, you can use the mat and push and pull on the mat. Pull it away so that you can really sit on your heels. If you can't sit on your heels and if your head doesn't touch the floor, use bricks, yoga bricks or books or a cushion to have under your head. And stretch your arms. So experiment with that and do that for a couple of minutes to recover and to recuperate the energy, and so that the breathing also becomes natural. So now we are on the floor. We are maybe ready for opening of the groin and a little bit of back bending. How do we do that? So as mentioned, if you make sure that you don't have any serious medical condition like high blood pressure or heart conditions, you really have to be careful with that. But otherwise, this is a really safe pose for most of us. I will show you how to do the bridge pose. I will remove the chair. Okay. Good. I will also bring this a little bit closer. So now we go on the floor, lie on the back, and we just bring heels as close as possible to the sitting bones, arms down, head down, and we bring the pelvis up. Knees do not go apart, they still stay together. And then we roll shoulders. Bring your pelvis up as high as you can. Try not to squeeze the buttock muscles. And if you have yoga bricks, books, you can place this under and stay a bit longer, just under the sacrum. And then you can stay a bit longer in the pose. Bridge pose is wonderful way to open the front of the body in a safe way. The most important thing is not to squeeze the gluteus maximus, the buttock muscles, to really have the length in the lower spine so that the groin can open and let go. And you're also opening the front of the body. So this pose also you can hold as long as it's comfortable for you. So just make sure that you are safe and that you are warm. So after this pose, we can do something for the legs, just to lift one leg at a time, and then we will go into the relaxation. So make sure now you have maybe socks or blanket and cushion, and if you have an eye mask, that would be perfect. So the last pose before the relaxation is just lifting one leg at a time up toward the ceiling. So we decide the other leg is stretched or on the floor. And the leg goes up, tailbone needs to be on the floor. So it doesn't matter how high we go, the tailbone needs to stay on the floor. The toe goes in the direction of the shoulder, left toe, left big toe, left shoulder. But tailbone is on the floor. And then the same goes for the right. Right goes up and down. Couple of times, make sure that sacrum stays on the floor. And then we prepare for the Shavasana, or the pose where we imitate the corpse. So lie down, make yourself comfortable, and I will guide you for a short body scan where all the muscles of your body will relax. So make yourself comfortable. You have done some exercise, so let us do Shavasana. So you're lying on your back. And you feel supported by the floor. Your forehead is higher than the chin. Your chin should not point toward the ceiling. Chin is lowered, neck is long, and your arms are in comfortable position. Your legs are relaxed. And now just feel the skin all over your face and release it. All the facial muscles. The skin over the top of your head, sides, the back. Relax the eyeballs, allow them to fall deeper toward the back of the head. Relax your inner ear and the tongue, especially the root of the tongue. Just notice how everything inside of your mouth, jaw and gums, upper palate and lower palate, everything relaxes when you relax and release the root of the tongue. And then we go toward the shoulder joints and we let go of the arms. We release the tension in the muscles around the bones of the upper arm. And we feel a lot of spaciousness inside of the shoulder joints. Once the muscles release, shoulder joints relax, elbows relax. Feel openness and freedom inside of your elbows. And then once we release the muscles along the lower arms, bones, feel the spaciousness inside of the wrists. Openness, freedom. No tension. And then our hands. We let go in finger joints. Just all of them at once. And we relax the skin all over the palms of our hands. Around the fingers. Between the fingers. Tips of the fingers and the skin around the nails and under the nails. Then we go back to the torso. We feel the back of the torso, how it has been held and supported by the floor. And we allow all the internal organs to sink, to fall a little bit deeper toward the back of the torso, toward the earth. And then the front of the body relaxes too. The rib cage, the abdomen, the pelvis. And then we release in the hips. We let go of the legs. Allow the gravity to pull them down. This will create more freedom in the hip joints. And then we start releasing the muscles around the big and heavy thigh bones, the bones of the upper legs, just everything around those big long bones of the upper legs. Allow that to release. And then we come with our consciousness to the knees. Create space inside of the knee joints. Relaxing all the tissue, tendons, ligaments, muscles, everything around the knees. Inner knees, top of the knees, outer knees, back of the knees. And then we let go of the lower legs. Feel how your calf muscles release, how everything around the shin bones releases. And then in the ankles, we create space with our awareness. And by letting go of the feet. Let gravity pull your feet down. And feel how the top of the feet, outer ankles, back of the feet, the Achilles tendon, back heel, then the inner feet, inner ankles, how everything releases and relaxes. And then the soles of your feet. The skin becomes soft and smooth. It's a piece of silk. And skin between the toes, around the toes, tips of the toes, and the skin around nails, toenails, and under the toenails relaxes. And then the skin all over your body. The skin is our biggest organ. Relaxes all at once. Becomes smooth, soft. And then breathe. With deeper inhalations and longer exhalations for the whole length of your body. Just bring awareness to the breathing. And just notice how your chest and abdomen, how they rise and fall. And then we will bring movement back to the body. Removing the fingers, the toes. Stretching the arms and the legs and your whole body. And then we'll bring one knee at a time to the chest and roll to the right side of the body. We'll stay there for a while with the right hand under the right ear. Just stay there, relax. And when you open your eyes, don't fixate on anything around you, anything in your surrounding. Stay with you, with a sense of relaxation and ease. And then when you're ready to get up, use your arms, your hands, your elbow to push yourself up to the sitting position. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this short session and hope to see you soon. Bye.